Hey, it's Joey for Digital DJ Tips here, still at NAMM 2016, and I am with Ricardo from Smithson Martin. How are you, man?
Guys, everything good, man. Everything good. Enjoying the show.
Cool. Ricardo's gonna show us the Kontrol Fighter, two different kind of MIDI controller here at the Smithson Martin booth. So take it away, man.
All right. So basically, what this device allows you to do is it allows you to control the parameters in your software without having to map them beforehand.
Okay.
So all you really have to do is hover over to your device, like you see here on your cursor. You hover over to the device. These three white buttons allow you to select which sort of parameter you're controlling. If it's a rotary parameter, a vertical parameter, or a horizontal parameter. In this case, that's a rotary parameter, so I select that, and this encoder automatically is gonna give me full control of the parameter. I can switch between parameters. I can switch between devices. I can switch between different channels or tracks.
And this is all done just by hovering the mouse.
By hovering the mouse over it. There's no mapping, pre-mapping, nothing to install, no software, nothing. It's automatically done. You can switch between mixer, arrangement and session view, and it even translates onto other software easily. If you're running two sorts of software like I have here, Ableton and Reason, you hover over to your other software and to the desired control, and the encoder gives you full control of the parameter. It translates into VSTs, audio units, anything, no mapping whatsoever. The other feature that this control has is the 5 mappable buttons here. For the sake of the demonstration, I have them mapped out as my regular stop, play, record enable, and switching between cue points inside the project. So for example, the combination of those two things gives me the ability to do really creative stuff. If I'm monitoring this part of my track, I can simply play. If there's something that needs to change or an automation to do, I can simply record enable, head over to my device, select, hover over the control that I want to automate, select the type of parameter it is, and with the encoder I can do automation on the fly. If I want to switch over to another device or another type of control, it switches automatically and it records all of the automation. Same thing translates to audio units, VSTs. Another cool feature about this controller is that the encoder itself has capacitive features. So you're able to click on different things just by tapping on the controller itself. Instead of having to click like this, you just hover over that and you click with that. Gives you the ability to turn on, turn off things.
Bypass, okay.
Exactly. Cool. The vertical controller is actually very useful as well. If you have a long library of sounds and samples, you select your vertical controller and you can
you can use that to
through
scroll.
that. Exactly.
Okay.
And if you're in arrangement view, you can even zoom in and out
Zoom out.
of your project.
So you can also scrub through your track just using that one.
Correct. If you have a long list of tracks or a long rack, you can scroll through that. And it works for any software. It works for both Mac and Windows. And it's very easy, and it's gonna save you a bunch of time, and you can get right to the creative stuff instead of having to sit there and map everything beforehand. Just right to the creative stuff, right to the fun part of producing.
Okay, so when are these coming out?
These should be released by the end of February. We have a few things that we're gonna change on them, like making the encoder a little bit bigger for guys that are doing audio and video editing.
Yeah,
if they're doing a long reel, they can zoom in and out and scroll through a long reel more comfortably with a bigger encoder that has an indented part for your finger.
For your finger,
can scroll, And by the end of February, that should be done, and these are going to retail for $299.
$299. What about the other one over there?
The other one over here, this one is just half of the controller, and that one is gonna retail for $199.
$199. Okay.
Correct.
Cool. So that's it. Thank you, Ricardo.
Thank you,
Smithson
guys.
Martin Kontrol Fighter here
Awesome.
at NAMM 2016.